In the midst of pain, I see hope. And I let these children know that you're not by yourself.
Right.
You have a partner. Mom, dad, care provider. You don't have to abuse the child because of frustration.
Right, yeah.
Don't worry about the backpack. Don't worry about the school supplies. Don't worry about the shoes. I got you.
Yeah.
We have you.
All right, fantastic. Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the Jasmine Empower series for the week. I'm really excited because I have the beautiful Cassandra Sampson. I have been hyping her up all week because I'm so excited. We have a beautiful event that's going to be happening this Saturday from 11 to 1. We're going to get into more about that, but I'm going to wait for some people to be able to log on, to join us. But just a little... you know, kind of letting you know what's been going on the past couple days is that I've been having different friends of mine, different people in my life, in my sphere, that have come on to share how they're impacting the world. I think there's just a lot of really negative things going on in the world, a lot of scary things, a lot of things that can just kind of make you afraid, wouldn't
Absolutely,
you say,
absolutely.
for our future.
Yes.
And I think sometimes it's a lot to hear about what's not working, that sometimes we forget about talking about what is working.
Yes.
And who is working.
Yes.
And thank you, Marlon, for joining. Hi, guys. And so we've been having different people that are influencing, that are empowering people in their community, that are saying, you know what, I am going to be a part of change
Yes.
and not a part of the problem.
Yes.
So these are people that are already influencing the people around them, their community around them, and taking ownership and responsibility for the gifts that they have been given to make a change in the world. So on Tuesday we had my friend Isabel Rivers. You can check her out. She is a future doctor, model, and spokesperson for Priceless, who is, you know, a nonprofit foundation that impacts women who have gone through trauma, specifically human trafficking. So you can catch out her. Yesterday we had my awesome friend Maestro. Hi, Tammy. We had my awesome friend Maestro come on, who is a dreamer, fellow dreamer, and talked about how he went from Champaign, Illinois, from Chicago, and made the move out here because he believed in the power of his spoken word, the power of his music, and is going on tour this fall.
Amazing.
So those are the two guests, and I feel like if it couldn't get any better. Like I said, this woman, we've only known each other for a short amount of time, but in that small amount of time, she has impacted me so much, and I cannot wait for you to hear her story. It's such a powerful story about a child's dream and how that's come along. So I just want to say, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much, Tammy. So without further ado, I just want to say, as we're talking, it is Facebook Live, so the beauty of it is that, yes, you can comment on the side. If you have any questions for Cassandra, is it Cassandra or Cassandra?
Cassandra.
Cassandra, thank you. Because, you know, I know how that is. And
Yeah.
you say it weird, and you're just like, ugh, my mom hates that. Sandra, yeah, people call her Sandy. It's just a problem. So Cassandra here. But if you have any questions for Cassandra about her story or about a child's dream, how you can get involved, just feel free to comment on the side during whether you're watching live right now or whether you're watching in a replay. Just, you know, do that. We'll make sure to tag her in there. She can answer any questions, or I could answer any questions, so feel free to comment. But without further ado, Cassandra, first of all, I love you.
I love you.
Thank you so much for being a part of this, for
This is great.
being so passionate about your vision. And I would love for you to just share with people, first of all, what is a child's dream?
Well, thank you for having me. This is absolutely amazing and humbling. I take nothing for granted. I have to tell you, every child does have a dream.
Yes.
And I realize I'm living my dream.
Right?
It's absolutely amazing. I am that child.
Yeah.
And you know, it really started off with me being a pastor.
Yeah.
I was released in the year 2006, and not to join a church, but to start a church.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in South Central, in a church in South Central for 21 years, being a part of their food program, and took that food program and really developed it, saying, let's do more than just give
Yeah.
away food.
Right? Yes.
And so we got involved with the community. We got involved with Spark of Love, with the fire department, and it came my turn. It was my turn. I wasn't even looking for it, but
Yeah.
it just goes to show you, when you're doing what you're birthed to do,
Yeah.
your time will come. And
Yeah.
so again, as I said, I was told to start a church, not join one. So just in case it was God. I don't know if any of you ever had those moments where it
Right.
was just in case it's God.
Yeah.
So I went out to Culver City, and I promised myself that I was not going to give another bag of rice away. I wasn't going to do it. I saw the abuse. But I heard the voice of the Lord say, but
Yeah.
you're going to do something.
Yes.
And who would have known what that something was?
Right?
And so what started off with just random acts of kindness.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm in Culver City at the Veterans Memorial Building. I am an out-of-the-box person, so I didn't want to have a traditional church, in a
Yeah.
traditional building. So we were out at the Veterans Memorial Building in a room that faced the park.
Wow.
I didn't need a mic. It was one that was built inside of me.
Right?
So I would see people kind of standing by looking as I was just ministering hope to the people that was coming into Living Waters.
Wow.
My church was named Living Waters,
Waters.
West LA, and I started seeing people come, and so we started off with random acts of kindness.
Okay.
That's how you get people, just with random acts of kindness.
Yeah.
And it was just little trinkets. And so what started off with random acts of kindness developed into a large ministry, a large
Wow.
outreach.
Yeah.
Families were coming. People were coming. I thought, after having 25 people, we were successful.
I love it.
I
Yeah.
love it. But I have to tell you, and that started in 07.
Okay.
We started Living Waters in 06. The Random Acts of Kindness started in 07. And what started off with 25 people,
Yeah.
at last year at our holiday outreach in 2015, we had 652 children.
Wow.
Plus their families.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So in 2011, I received a call
Crazy.
from my pastor,
Yeah.
my now pastor, saying, smaller to medium churches are struggling and it's not what it used to be. Will you consider merging? Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I work full time. I travel for my company, and plus being a pastor and plus having this ministry, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But by that time, the outreach was growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. People were identifying with us.
Yeah.
People started looking to Living Waters, West LA, for hope. I was
Wow.
telling families, you have a partner that's running alongside of you. You don't have to worry about whether you're going to buy a backpack or feed them. And
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about the frustration that goes along with not having enough. I know what that's like. I was a single parent. I
Yeah.
am a single parent. Thank God my children are adults now and I support them, but I know what it's like.
Yeah.
And I know the abuse from frustration. Not because care providers don't love their children. So
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
decided to do was the church was going to merge, but the outreach was going to stay in Culver
Stay.
City. Families need to know that they have a partner that's stable.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
always
what
there.
we
Mhm.
so what
Such a
we
good
did
point.
in 2012, after much prayer, we changed our outreach name from Living Waters West LA to A Child's Dream.
Yeah. So beautiful.
It's
I love that title.
It's every child's dream to be loved,
Yeah.
to be protected, to know that they are special,
Yeah.
to know that the dream inside of them is alive, to know that they don't have to be a criminal, that there's someone that believes in them.
Yeah.
And I let these families know, and I let the children know, you are special. I look at a child who has been so abused, and after giving them a bike at Christmas,
Yeah.
there was no smile. That's pain.
Yeah.
But when that picture was snapped, I actually put the a blurb there saying, "Do you see what I see?
Yeah.
I see hope."
Yeah.
In the midst of pain, I see hope. And I let these children know that you're not by yourself.
Right.
You have a partner. Mom, dad, care provider, you don't have to abuse the child because of frustration.
Right, yeah.
Don't worry about the backpack. Don't worry about the school supplies. Don't worry about the shoes. I got you.
Yeah.
We have you. And during the holiday, we partner with Spark of Love.
Right. Yeah, you were talking about them before.
Yes, and the fire department comes out and they bring toys. Everything that we do is faith-based
Yeah.
and grassroots. We're a grassroots organization. But you know the beautiful thing is, hope grows where you plant it.
That's good. Tweet that, everybody. Tweet that. Oh, hi, guys. Oh, we got some more people. Hi,
Hi.
Pam. Yeah, that's such a good, like you said, you got to plant it, though.
You have to plant it.
Like, and I think that's so funny because it's beautiful because last night I was at church and the pastor there, Pastor Judah Smith, anyways, the City Church, for those of you that know, but he was talking about, okay, we can talk about hope and hope and hope, but it can be everywhere.
Yes.
But where is it planted? Like, where are you going to plant it? Where are you going to put it?
Absolutely.
And in whom are you going to put your hope?
Absolutely.
And I think that's such, because it's great, you know, as like I said, times are just, it's not kind of scary, it is scary.
Absolutely.
And it can just be really, and especially the youth that we're talking about specifically,
Yes.
where they're growing up, and I've definitely done my own work as far as especially through Fellowship of Christian Athletes and meeting some of these teenagers
Yes.
where you can just tell, like, sports, that is their only outlet.
That's their only.
Like, that's their only connection to where they feel like they're worth something.
Yes.
And I've seen and I've taken them back home to where they ask me to literally pray for their safety.
Yes.
And it's so crazy to think, like, where are they going to see what hope even looks like?
Absolutely.
And it's so beautiful, like you said, to plant it, and if you're faithful to plant the hope,
Yes.
there's no other way to do but just allow it to grow.
Absolutely.
And,
And I
yeah.
have to share with you. I said we're grassroots, which we are.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing about it, when you're passionate about your dream, what are you going to do? You're going to share it.
Yeah.
And I am in the wonderful position on my job as Director of Sales and Marketing. I have clients across the country, and I have sales reps across the country. And today, we have donations coming in from Richmond, Virginia,
Yeah.
from Oklahoma City, from
Wow.
Dallas, Texas, Plano, Texas, from New York.
Love it.
I mean, around the country, Pasadena,
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia. People want to be a part of your vision when
Yes.
your vision entails hope. When your vision
Come on.
is looking at deterring one criminal. If I can get one child
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
turning away from a life of crime because he feels like he has to steal a backpack, honey, here's your backpack. Here's your socks. We developed what's called High Five Sock Drive. High Five.
I know, right? We'll give
High
a
Five Sock Drive. And that Five Sock Drive is literally saying that for the first week of school, we want a child to have a new pair of socks every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And so I tell you, it's absolutely wonderful. What are you dreaming?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't have to stay a dream. You know, I am now
Exactly, yeah.
living a matured life. I'll be 62 in December.
Watch out, celebrate that.
I'm telling you, I'll be 62 in December, and I tell you, I'm running strong.
Yeah.
I'm living hard because I'm living with purpose on a purpose.
Yes.
You know, and I'm determined I will not die until I'm empty. And
Right,
I'm
and
so,
you've got
I'm
nothing-
so full. I'm so full.
Yeah, you're like nothing. Once I'm empty and there's nothing else more to give.
Yes.
And I feel like even like when it gets to the last bit, like there's always
There's
just
always
something more
more.
to give. And so I want people to get like the quantity of impact that you have, because I was just amazed when you told me how many kids
Yes.
were impacted. So even just last year, how many families or lives were impacted last year?
Well, as I said, for December, our December outreach, we had 652 children along with their families. So we had over 1,200 people attend our outreach in
Wow.
December. I have to tell you, I left there a little heavy because we were not prepared for 652
Yeah.
children. We were prepared for 500, which meant that we
Wow.
ran out. of
wow.
items. We ran out
Yeah.
of toys, but we made sure every family got food.
Okay.
For the back to school outreach, we prepared last year for 350 children for the
Yeah.
back to school. This year we're prepared for 525 children. We have backpacks that will be filled with school supplies. We have over 220 new pair of shoes.
Wow.
Enough socks, hopefully, for 500 children to get 5 pair of socks per
Yeah.
week. We have 20 barbers that are coming from Newberry Barber College that is donating their time so that these children, as many children that we can get from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. to get their hairs cut and trimmed and prepared for school. All of this is at no cost. Again, last year, I'm going to say very easily, we impacted over 2,500 families total. And that's because not only on the outreach, but families are calling me constantly. Can you help us? And that's really what provoked me to want to do more. Right now we have 2 outreaches per year, but there's more. We can do more. And when you and I met, that was just God ordained. We both left days.
We're like, wait a minute, what just happened?
Yeah.
And that's and I just love it because exactly what you said, when you're passionate about something.
Yes.
And what I feel like too is like when you're really open to allowing God to use you.
Yes.
I think that's one of the biggest things, because it's like you said, a dream is just a dream, a passion is just a passion, but I feel like when you're actually like, okay, God, like let's go, let's roll.
Yes.
I'm ready, let's do this.
Yes.
And that's I know where you and I found each other. And so for those of you that are maybe just tuning in, or you've been like flipping on and off, like I said, Cassandra Sampson here, and we are talking about A Child's Dream, a nonprofit organization that is just rocking the community to impact kids, to impact their families, to give them a hope and plant a future hope and a dream in a future. So before we get to our bit and what we're up to this Saturday, I would love for people to know just your own story, like just as a child, what you shared with me, and what really took you from that level to where, you know, and maybe what could have been a dark moment for you, a challenging moment that to say, no, you can't. How God was able to turn that into a yes, you can. So I'd love for them to hear your story, because it's just it's giving me goosebumps now, and I've already heard it. Just because, you know, what I'm finding, especially with my friends and these people that are up to amazing things that I've been having on, is like, and part of my own outreach is that I do share my story. And a lot of you are very familiar with my story, from going from a virgin to a single mom in a very short amount of time, 4 months, especially as I was on my way to the WWE and I had played professional soccer, and how that really impacted and shifted my life. And that's why we're doing this series right now. And what I love is that, just like how you said, every child has a dream, and everybody has a story. Everybody has a story that can impact. And what's so beautiful is, as I've been finding, is like when we share our stories, I think it just connects us on a human level, human to human, no matter where you've come from, what you've done, or where you've been, or whatever. There's always something that's relatable. So I'd love if you wouldn't mind just to share people your own story.
My story, Cassandra's steptoe. I married Wilbert Sampson. I'm Cassandra's steptoe.
Got it.
And came from a very strong religious family. Grew up in church. I can't even tell you when I got saved and when I really believed in the Lord Jesus Christ. But I never had anybody to validate me. So I'm constantly looking for that validation, however way I found it. With my mother and with church, and God bless her, I love her. That was, you know, just being that star at church and learning everybody's speech in a family. I'm number 4 of 8 children. So Mom would say, you know, Sandra, you learn your speech and everyone else's, just in case someone forgot theirs or didn't want to do it. There I was.
Wow.
Yeah, there I was.
Yeah.
And so I immediately at an early age associated love and approval with works. If I do this, you're going to love me.
Right. Yeah.
You know? And so by looking for that validation, I found myself, oh my God, looking for love at an early age. Bottom line, at the age of 16, I became pregnant. And when my mother found out that I was pregnant, she put me out. And she was going to send me to live with an aunt, her sister, that I never knew. I never met.
Wow.
I knew her over the phone, but I never met her. My second to the oldest sister said, no, she can come live with me. My mother said to me, and I'll never forget, she said, you'll never amount to nothing. You'll have baby after baby and be in the county all your life.
Wow.
And I said in my mind, and that was in 1971. You know, back in those days, you didn't speak back to your parents.
Yeah.
But I said in my mind, I'll show you. I'm going to show you exactly who I am.
Yeah.
So, of course, I left home. But the beautiful thing about it is Mom didn't abandon me.
Yeah.
Although I had to live with my sister, she called me every morning at 6 o'clock to make sure I was up. But I had to get on the bus,
Yeah.
take my baby to the babysitter that was right around the corner from my mother's house. My baby bag was my book bag. So you can imagine how many baby bags I went through.
Right. Yeah.
But when I graduated from high school, it was myself, my mom, and my baby.
Yeah.
I did graduate from high school.
Yeah.
Once I graduated from high school, Mom said, now go get a job. I went and got a job. My first job was at the Broadway department store in the furniture division as a file clerk.
Yeah.
That was in 1973. Today,
Yeah.
I'm still in the furniture industry, but I'm director of sales and marketing
Right.
for a very prominent furniture manufacturer here in Gardena. But I was motivated and I was pushed by what Mom said to me.
Right.
And that still shapes me.
Yeah.
She said, I'll never amount to anything. She said, I would have baby after baby and be in the county all my life. My mother spoke that over me.
Right. Yeah.
But guess what? I have 2 children. That Chris, that Mom spoke over, actually Chris became her favorite grandchild. Mom told Chris, when I grow old, I'm going to live with you. Chris is 44 years old.
Wow.
She is the bank manager at Citizens Business Bank in Torrance. She has 1 child.
Wow.
5 years later, I had Dana. Dana's the safety manager at the oil refinery in Wilmington. He signs off on repairs at the oil refinery.
Yeah.
But she said, I'll never amount to anything.
Yeah.
That motivated my work ethic. When everybody else is at work, laughing and chit-chatting, I'm working hard. You know, I didn't go to college. Life is my college.
Yeah.
And I was promoted because of my work ethics. Because in my mind, I had to be better and I had to be twice as good. And I had to prove that what I did was not who I was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not that. And we have to know that we cannot be defined by what we do.
Yeah. Not defined by what we do. Thank you so much. Sorry, you were going, but I was just like, you know, I'm like, now I'm getting riled up because, you know, because that's, it's just been the perfect fit as always, as God brings it all together, is that it's just the perfect fit about what we've been talking about, is that no matter what anybody says about you, no matter what your mother says about you, what your father said about you, what, you know, your friends or a boyfriend or a husband or a wife, whatever it is, whomever it is, that whatever they speak does not define who you are.
No.
And it's so important, honestly, Cassandra, to make that distinction because as well, even for me, like that was part of my journey in finding my own worthiness. Is that I don't care if you don't think that I'm good enough to be with, or you don't think I'm good enough to be with, or whatever that is, that I know who I am. And more importantly, as I always say, I know whose I am. And that is what defines me. That's what shapes me. That's what propels me to go forward, is not to impress you or you, but I'm playing, and even in soccer, we talked about this, you know, with some other professional players, is that I know that it's like I'm not playing for the people in the stands. That I'm playing for God, and I'm playing with God. And I think that's such an important shift, and especially in a culture today where, like you said, you know, you're working, but it's like, to whose glory, to whose approval are you seeking? And I just think it's such an important thing that as we continue to go after our dreams,
Yes.
you know, it's not about anybody else.
No.
It's not about anybody else.
No.
But really just going and,
Yeah.
and fulfilling your purpose. Like you
Yes.
said, fulfilling the call. And as I've been putting it, you know, is everybody has, you know, their different things that pull on their heartstrings.
Yes.
And it's like, and we get to hear your song.
Yes.
And we get to hear your song in the world in whatever way that song shows up for you. Hi, welcome. I'm sorry, Jean Color, who just joined us. But yeah, just about sharing your story and sharing
Yes.
what's on your heart. And like you said, and that's what I know that you've shared this with me before, what drove you to really continue this passion of a child's dream is that all these kids that are going to come on Saturday, and we're preparing for at least 100 kids that are going to be here this Saturday, that are going to get not only a free soccer clinic, but they're going to get to hear from me, to get some empowerment and to get some encouragement.
Yes.
You know, so that when they go back to school,
Yes.
they can feel lifted, they can feel energized
Yes.
and motivated. And what's going to be so beautiful about that opportunity. And so I encourage you, whomever is watching, come on Saturday, whether you have kids or everybody knows kids.
Yes.
Everybody knows
Bring them.
somebody
Bring
who has
them.
kids. And we're putting on a soccer clinic. We're combining both of our passions. To bring something that maybe is not present right now in a child's life.
Yes.
And I don't care whether they're 5 or whether they're 18 years old.
Absolutely.
The truth is that we all need people in our corner.
Yeah.
And that's what I hear you saying, especially about a child's dream. Somebody that's constantly there,
Yes.
that is a force to where they can hold on to believe.
Absolutely.
And know that somebody not only cares about them but believes in them.
Yes.
That, you know, is truly there to support them. So with that, and feel free that whoever is joined, if you have any questions or anything like that, now would be the time to go ahead and type away so we can answer that, because we're going to begin to bring this to a close.
Yes.
But I know the biggest thing in my life, and especially before I had my son, I just kind of did whatever I thought was cool or amazing, and it was. I played professionally in Brazil, and I was, and I traveled a lot actually for soccer. Played D1 soccer, and I played, in a big youth tournament in Sweden, and all these beautiful opportunities. But I honestly, to be really honest, I took life for granted.
Yeah.
I did, and I was just like,
Yeah.
well, and I was living a lot for myself.
Yeah.
I was like, well, how can I make mine? I mean, I did want to empower people, but I was like, how can I make Jasmine Henderson be blah 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 blah? And I was in newspapers and on TV in Brazil, and I was like, yeah. And then when I got the opportunity to be a part of the WWE, again, I was like, yeah, platform for Jasmine Henderson. And again, it's not as if I left God behind, but I wasn't including him in my
Right.
plans. And so I felt like Paul was a beautiful interruption. My son was a beautiful interruption, an unexpected interruption. But as far as like, Jasmine, who are you?
Yeah.
And having that opportunity to be reminded there's more to life. And so I encourage you, whomever's watching, there is more to life than just making your name great, or to just, just working and doing. There are people in your lives, even right now, that can be impacted, can be influenced, and are being influenced
Yes.
by who you are being. And I think it's so important to remind ourselves that we have a responsibility.
Yeah, we do.
We have a
Yes.
responsibility to, not just complain about what we're seeing.
Absolutely.
Not just talk. I mean, there's all these conventions, the political climate,
Oh my
the
God.
racial climate. I mean, there are so many things going on right now that it's in my personal conviction, and I believe it's yours as well, is that it's not just enough just to talk about
No,
it. It's not
absolutely
just
not.
enough to complain about it,
Absolutely.
or even to speculate about
Right.
it. What are, and as not just citizens of the United States, and not just as believers in Christ,
Right.
but just, it's how can we take ownership And whatever you're creating the world, message me. I'd love to have you on the show. I'd love to see what you're up to and how you're creating impact in the world. But what a beautiful opportunity, and that's why I thought let's talk about this. Let's just give out more and more invitations to be a part of impacting the next generation.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I have to tell you, a child's dream is huge on collaboration.
Yeah.
It's like the body.
Yeah.
What good is the head
Uh-huh.
if the neck and the shoulders and the torso and the arms and the legs and the feet and the ankle is not a part of it?
Right.
So a child's dream, we're here. But we need Jasmine. We need you. The upcoming August 6th back to school.
Yes.
At the Veterans Memorial Building. We're having a Maserati and Lotus car club coming.
Watch
How
out.
cool is that? We have Reality Check.
Yes.
We have that organization coming.
I used to speak for them.
Okay?
Yeah.
We have so many other nonprofit organizations coming. I tell them, come on.
Yeah.
Because our children
play.
need exactly.
Yeah.
Our children need to know that we're not an island. They're not an island.
Right.
And
Yes.
if they're going to be successful, they have to be willing to play with others. They have to be willing to say, I need some help.
Yeah.
And that's what a child's dream is. A child's dream is one that whispers, help me. And Jasmine heard my cry, and she said, I'll help you.
Yeah.
Will you help us? Whatever your dream is, turn to someone and ask them to help you.
Yeah.
And I tell you, you watch to see if your dream does not manifest. It is absolutely amazing. The Veterans Memorial Building, after 10 years, is saying, Cassandra, what's next? The auditorium? We started in room C that had only 35 people capacity.
I love it.
And then we went to the multi-purpose room.
Yeah.
We've outgrown the multi-purpose room. This event, next event is in the teen center. And it's only because we're willing, I'm willing. My vision is for every child to have that opportunity to love, to change lives, one person, one street, one family, one community at a time.
Yeah.
It's simple.
It is simple. It's so simple. And so what I am going to end with is this. I don't know. I haven't seen any questions. If you do have questions, post them now because we're going to wrap it up. But I want to thank you so much just for joining this broadcast. Thank you so much for not just wanting to talk about it, but be about it, be inspired about it. And so won't you partner with us? I'll make sure that I put the links in the comment section, but won't you partner with us this Saturday at our event here? This is actually, I'm gonna take this up. This is why we're here, everybody. This, you build it and they will come. This is where we are going to be having the facilities for our Child's Dream event, where we're going to be playing soccer and being able to touch kids' lives. So won't you join us at 11 a.m. this Saturday? Come join. Whether, again, invite a kid, invite a family to just have fun and be a kid. Have a chance to be a kid and play. And there's an awesome helicopter going over us right now. So won't you reach out to a family who maybe needs some inspiration or can inspire others? If that is your gift, to inspire and encourage others, won't you come this Saturday, partner up with us, see how you can change a life in the matter of a moment. So thank you so much. Again, Jasmine here. Join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. for Freedom Friday, where we're going to be celebrating our wins for the week. So come prepared. Whatever it is, whether it's a small win, a big win in your life, we are going to be celebrating tomorrow with Michaela Diet, who has an amazing voice. If you joined us yesterday for Worship Wednesday, she does Worship Wednesdays at 3 o'clock. Amazing voice, has a movie coming up called Hold On, who has like all these actors. I'm like Flava Flav and Lord, I can't even remember his name right now. Luis Guzman. Big names that are just, and it's about faith and friendship, a movie about faith and friendship, and a story about how you can hold on. So she will be with us tomorrow. But I just want to thank Cassandra for being so beautiful and passionate. A child's dream. Check it out. Join us this Saturday at 11 a.m. And what is your dream
What is
that
your
gets
dream?
to come alive,
Yeah.
let us know. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. God bless.
God bless you.
And empower your community and those around you. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Looking to be empowered some more? Click on the red button right there. Did you do it? Oh wait, it's cool. Yes? On Team Jasmine? Jasmine Empowers?